I have become strongly connected with a spirit while I'm still physically alive, and that's interesting. Close connection with a spirit. I prefer to call that spirit the spirit of loving kindness. That's a descriptive term. All names are actually descriptive terms. All names are actually descriptive terms. They're not just labels. So, this spirit is a spirit that's famous for two things. The spirit who is famous, well, the spirit whose characteristic is actually to be friendly and to give gifts. A spirit of loving kindness, the life-giving spirit, the gift-giving spirit. And that spirit is famous across the ages for two things: the rescuing of 3 to 12 million slaves who had been in slavery for 400 years, and the bringing of a supernatural visitor to the human family. A supernatural visitor who is famous for walking into town and healing the entire hospital and removing all of the spirits who are troubling the minds of people. The spirits who cause personality disorders, obsessions, and rage. And so this visitor did two things. He healed physical ailments, and he pushed away or removed spirits that caused emotional mental afflictions. That caused emotional and mental afflictions. So the spirit has brought two things. And if you want to be engaged in the best habits that keep you in friendship with this spirit, still as a human being, living your life, that's a tricky thing. But there are habits, there are practices that you can engage in that actually keep you in friendship with this powerful and wonderful spirit. So, if you're interested in those habits, I'm going to throw you a little two-part treat. Number one, find my World Dangers playlist on Grandpa Honesty Guy YouTube page, YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, type in Grandpa Honesty Guy World Dangers playlist, and it should come right up. Or go to Grandpa Honesty Guy channel and find playlists, and then scroll, and look for World Dangers playlist. Go there, and you've got a lot to learn. There's news there, interesting news about how decisions in the world are really run. And like FDR said, if anything happens in politics, you can bet it was planned. If anything happens in politics, you can bet it was planned. He's giving you a little peek at the fact that there's stuff going on behind the scenes for the purpose of controlling the entire human population. And this World Dangers playlist helps you become aware that you actually need connection with spirit, and what you might call supernatural assistance. So, find the World Dangers playlist, and if you're interested in grabbing some quick habits that are beneficial to interacting with that life-giving spirit, find Zume Project, Z-U-M-E, zumeproject.com. Find zumeproject.com and output their Zume Project workbook. Go to zumeproject.com, output their Zume Project workbook, and you will find all kinds of neat things to do, neat practices and habits to do just with your family and friends. It is spectacular. And while you're on Zume Project, look up Curtis Sargent. Curtis Sargent on YouTube and discover his testimony and story. He has actually gotten millions of people into friendly connection with the spirit of loving kindness. So, Grandpa Honesty Guy World Dangers playlist, Zume Project workbook. Download it for good habits to stay in relationship with spirit. And also, have a look at my upcoming presentation on the Apostles' teaching. The Apostles' teaching. This is an essential thing. In the scriptures it says, if you do not have all the Apostles' teaching or all the teachings of Christ, you do not have God. So there's a detailed list of things and priorities that you're supposed to have or be connected with. The Apostles' teaching, the teachings of Christ for a new covenant. That is my upcoming work today for you. And yeah, I was just grabbed by the thought of that Zume Project workbook. It is such a great thing to do, to create. Okay, everybody, we're going to stop and we're going to do this one cool exercise. And it tunes you up spiritually. It gives you more power, awareness, humility towards crazy people, freshness as you face your day. Zume Project workbook.